We find ourselves on a cold autumn evening at a very lively camp. We see a dozen men and women gathered around a crackling bonfire. The folk are in good spirits, and a few of them sing and dance around the fire, while others find happiness in their flasks and wineskins. 3 barrel-topped wagons are parked at odd angles. Tied to a nearby tree, grazing, are half a dozen draft horses wearing bright coats with bangles and tassels. An old man sits with a smile on his face. Come, come, don't be shy. Grab some wine, be merry. I've a story to tell, though it might not be an uplifting one. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My name is Stanimir, and I am of Istana. We Vistani travel the roads as our home was long lost. But do not worry, We're all too happy to roam with family and friends such as yourselves. Those who would not judge. Those more happy to simply sit by the fire and enjoy a drink and a story. Speaking of... Stanimir takes a long swig of wine, then spits it at the fire. It roars and changes its color from orange to green. As they dance and sway, a dark shape appears in the bonfire's core. The dark shape in the fire takes the form of a man being knocked from his horse. A spear piercing his side. Stanimir continues. One night, a wounded soldier staggered into our camp and collapsed. We nursed his terrible injury and quenched his thirst with wine. He survived. When we asked him who he was, he wouldn't say. All he wanted was to return home. But we were deep in the land of his enemies. We took him as one of our own and followed him back towards his homeland. His enemies hunted him. They said he was a prince, yet we did not give him up, even when their assassins fell upon us like wolves. Deep in the bonfire, you see the dark figure standing with sword drawn, fighting off a host of shadowy shapes. This man of royal blood fought to protect us, as we protected him. We bore him safely to his home, and he thanked us. He said, I owe you my life. Stay as long as you wish. Leave when you choose. And know that you will always be safe here. The figure in the dancing fire vanquishes its final foe, then disperses in a cloud of smoke and embers. Stanimir's face becomes a somber mask. A curse has befallen our noble prince, turning him into a tyrant. We alone have the power to leave his domain. However, our leader, Madame Eva, knows all, and she has foretold that a group of heroes will be arriving soon to help our cursed friend. 2 from a far-off land that only recently connected to the outside world. A man trying to forge his own path with a passion as hot as these flames. And his companion, a man who lost everything and found hope in his god of redemption. 3 from Faerun, an engineer prodigy who left his adoptive dwarven family for grander adventure. A young man trying to step out of his father's shadow. A man with a secret to hide and a chip on his tail. And lastly, a man in the lands we recently came from, the home of our noble prince. A man who is a shadow of their former self, seeking to reclaim what he has lost. I'm sure they will be arriving soon. I can feel it. Though I don't have Madame Eva's gift, I just have this feeling deep in my gut. The winds of change are coming. The time is right. Though many have failed, I've got a feeling this party has what it takes. But what do I know? I'm just a Vistana with a love of wine and stories. You'll just have to come by to find out. But it's getting late. We need to head to Barovia in the morning. Perhaps you'll join us?